This is Audi's new A8L, and it means it's gone through a model year change, which means you get a lot of stuff that's new, entirely new to the A8, but it also retains a lot of its great characteristics that it had from the previous car. Now, the interesting bit, however, is that this car is probably the last internal combustion engine car that you would ever drive in the A8 series, because the next generation car that would come out will probably have the all-electric powertrain. So if you are a petrol head, you like the emotional feel of an internal combustion engine, last chance. Significantly, changes are applied to the front end. If you look at it, there's an entirely new headlamp array, and this has got the digital matrix headlamps, which of course not just offers better illumination, but it can also project certain instructions on the road in front of you. It's got the fantastic light array that it's got as a display unit. It also shows a magic, or rather not magic, I'd say a light carpet. It throws a light carpet in front of you on the road, which illuminates the road and indicates the lane that you're supposed to be in. Now, if you look at the grille, again a change. It still retains that hexagonal shape, but the inserts over here, all the chrome elements are entirely new, completely redesigned. And of course, with those air dams on the side, with the splitters and the lower bumper in chrome, you've got this completely new look, which I believe is quite impressive. I mean, if you had to see this coming back in your rearview mirror, you'd move aside. That's how attractive and alluring this front end is. Further behind, Audi's A8L, continues to sit on the 19-inch alloys and tires, but the alloy pattern is completely new. It's got that turbine effect, and of course, there's some aerodynamic bits as well to reduce or rather cut down wind resistance. But this is sitting on a 255/45. These are Michelin Pilot Sport 4s, but there's a choice of tires, not a choice which you wouldn't be able to choose from, but Audi will deliver this with various tire specifications in any case, or other various tire brands to be more specific. Moving on from here, closer towards the rear, if you look at the side profile, well, it largely stays the same. Chrome elements on the door handles, chrome elements on the window frame, again, chrome element, the running strip right down below over there. All of this reeks of luxury, gives it that, prominence and detailing that you would want to see in a car of this segment. And closer towards the rear, what you can see over here is an entirely new light signature. Well, the design is similar to the one that was there before, but the signature is entirely new. And again, you've got the badging, you've got the A8L and the 55 TFSI. That's the variant with the Quattro badging right there on the end. Now, the interesting bit about this rear tail lamp signature is that it's also got these sensors to detect pedestrians behind if you are in a parking lot, which means if you are backing out, you're reversing out of a parking lot, then those sensors will detect a person or any other object within a 2-meter proximity and audibly warn you that there is an obstruction behind you and that you shouldn't be backing out. So that works fantastically well. It's a static function, but again enhances or rather raises that safety quotient in a car of this order. Another very important feature that the A8L offers as an option, nearly a 17 lakh option, is the predictive suspension system, which effectively, now this is adaptive suspension, which means you can raise the car, lower the car, but with the predictive system, what it also uses as a lidar that is placed right up over here in the windshield, that detects the road or the condition of the road ahead of the car, and then accordingly adjusts the suspension, whether it needs to be stiffer or softer, or have a little more ground clearance or not. All of these are identified by the lidar, and then the car computes what is required in fractions of seconds and then applies that to the suspension. So predictive suspension is something that's entirely new for this, a fantastic option to choose from, and I think something that is worth investing in if you're really looking for that high-end luxury and comfort status that the A8L is capable of delivering. In the driver's seat, the Audi A8L feels no different. It's still got the same look and feel as the previous car, the older model for that matter. However, keep in mind, this can be heavily customized to your preference, and there's a massive customization program. Now, this particular car, of course, has got this wooden finish on the dashboard, but you can choose and select what kind of materials you want within your cabin, and there's a host of other things as well, whether it's upholstery, whether it's the leather on the seats, a lot of things. Now, coming to the powertrain for the A8L, it still is powered by the 3-liter V6 petrol engine, the TFSI, the turbocharged fuel stratified direct injection petrol engine. Now, this makes 340 horsepower. That's the peak power, while peak torque output is at 500 Newton meters. Fairly powerful engine, but still frugal when you want it to be. It's, I've enjoyed better in older generation Audis, but the V6 is effectively what, given Audi sustainable movement, the V6 is the best that you can get in the A8L. Nonetheless, a very competent engine for this sort of car. Well, dimensionally, the A8L hasn't changed at all. It's still the same length, width and height, which means you still get that enormous cabin in here. Now, I'm going to show you one of the features, which of course is that footrest, which extends. You've also got the massage functions. You can adjust the backrest. You can adjust the seat squab length, whether you want it further ahead or further behind. But you also got a one-touch feature, or rather a one-touch button, which will allow you to do that, get that executive package running for you to stretch out in this cabin, especially this only for the rear left passenger. Now, this is applied only to the rear left passenger. It does not apply to the driver's side. Keep that in mind very clearly. But what you can do also is that instead of the one-touch feature, you can select just through the screen right here on the armrest. You can select those seat functions how you want them. So I can, close the screen if I don't want that, or extend the footrest and stretch out to how much I want that to happen. So there you got, and as you can see, there you go.